Yeah, I'm just sitting here, just talking to the Lord, right? I be just sitting here talking to the Lord, you know, um, making my petitions, just, you know, telling him what bothers me and what I feel like I'm struggling with. And I just be talking about everything, right? And as I be talking, he be bringing back to me what, you know. And I was just sitting here talking to the Lord, and I'm like, most people don't um, survive, right? And I'm like, Lord, you have brought me out of everything that I've been in. Like, it's nothing that I had to suffer through. I went through it, but I didn't suffer through it. Heart congestive failure. I didn't have to go to the doctor every week, right? I wasn't told to stop doing this or we have to do this. God just took it away. The weapons formed, but they didn't prosper. So I said, Lord, Satan been trying to take me out of here a long time. The devil has been sending arrows my way a long time. A long time. And when I tell you all, God have gotten me through everything in my life. Everything. I did not have to suffer through anything. Blood clots. I didn't have to suffer through that. Because he healed me from that. Walking pneumonia. The doctor said I wasn't going to make it through the night. But I was up the next day laughing and talking. Whew. God have shown me his hand in my life all my life. Like, I'm just like, why? Why, Lord? Why? Like, I didn't say why, but because I don't like to say why. I just be like, me? Why me? You know? So I was just sitting here and I'm like, Lord, you've been with me all my life. Like, even when I didn't know you was. God was with me when I didn't even know he was with me. Okay? God paid people back for harming me in secret. They punishment, I didn't even know that punishment was for them coming against me. I didn't understand it. When I first gave my life to the Lord, he revealed that to me about that lady. And I'm going to tell y'all a little bit about it. I was like 22 and I had my children. Might have had two. I think I had three, but I had two with me. And I stayed in an apartment building. A nice apartment building. And the lady was the caretaker. She stayed upstairs. Okay. So my baby daddy used to come over he used to come over. And one day I woke up in my apartment. Now she the caretaker of the building, not she got keys to everybody's apartment, okay? But I'm young and I don't know, right? So I woke up one morning, my head was hurting me so bad. Like, I mean, my head was hurting me to the point where I had to shut my eyes. To the point I had to hold on to stuff like I'm blind. Because that's how bad my head was hurting. It's like the pain was in my eyes. And the first thing I could do was call her because me and her used to talk all the time. She used to come down to my apartment and I used to go sit up there with her. She was an older lady. And I clinged to older people when I was younger. And when I got up there to her apartment, she like, what's wrong? I'm like, my head hurts so bad. I'm like, my head hurts so bad I could barely open my eyes. And she was like, go down there and see what you got under your bed. I'm like, under my bed, under my pillow? She like, no, under your bed. Go see what you got under your bed. I shouldn't even said that. But I shouldn't have said that part. But this what she said. Go see what's under your bed. I go back downstairs. She on the third floor. I'm on the second floor. I go back downstairs, look under my bed. I see some tissue. And I opened the tissue up. It was something that belongs to me. Right? I'm like, and so I go back upstairs and I told her, I'm like, I think she was jealous of my baby daddy because she was like, I went back upstairs and I said, this is what I saw. And she was like, girl, your baby daddy working on you. Girl, you better get rid of that. I don't know which one it was. Okay? I don't. Because he didn't want to let me go. Right? He didn't want to leave me alone. But this is what she said. But time told who did it. Okay? Because she caught cancer. This woman, the caretaker of the building, caught cancer. And I mean, she caught it to the point where she was in so much pain. I used to wake up in the middle of the night from her hollering. That's how much pain this woman was in from cancer. And I remember going upstairs one day. It was the Holy Spirit. Before I even knew about the Holy Spirit, led me up there in the midst of her hurting like that. It had to be the Holy Spirit, because I wouldn't have just went up there and she in pain like that. I don't like to see people hurting like that. So I know it had to be something other than me had guided me up there. God had already spoke to her, told her to apologize to me for what she did. What did she do? Put the stuff was trying to work on witchcraft on me. And I didn't know it though. I found this out 2.5 years ago. I was sitting at the park and God just started ministering to me about that. He just dropped it in my spirit. I'm like, that's been over 20 years ago. Right? Yeah. And he just started talking to me about that. I went up there when the Holy Spirit led me up there. Before I even knew about the Holy Spirit, it was lead me. Okay? And it took me upstairs. And I remember she looking at me. She was just looking at me. You know how people's eyes sink in? Like they were sunk in. The way this voodoo doll looked that she was working this thing on with me, God made her look just like that voodoo doll. He made her look like what she came against me with. And when I went up there and she didn't apologize, I'm not knowing I'm up there for an apology. God brought this all to me 2.5 years ago. I'll be back.